All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to another special Black Desert video. So, the Calpheon ball was the other day. It was actually at 2 in the morning Eastern time, and I was actually up watching it. But this is basically what happened, and we're on the Black Desert Foundry site looking at their recap, and it's all in English. So, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions of it. If you want to read the article for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check it out. And Black Desert Foundry is an absolutely good site. They have a lot of stuff that you guys will need. So with that said, let's go all the way to the top. So Calpheon ball the other day, a lot of cool stuff to talk about. And let's just go down the list and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions. There's a code for all of this stuff. Make sure to redeem it. This title is green, by the way. I don't know if it's permanent or not, but it's a new title. Very cool, right? And Cronstones, another Jay's Hammer. Yeah, we used those Cronstones on my deck Charizard and failed straight up 3 times. Very cool. There's going to be a new hammer coming next week, which is for Sovereign and Charizard stuff, so that's pretty exciting. And yeah, that's also, the free codes that you're going to get this week and next week. So, let's start off with the Mythical Dream Horse. Starting December 24th, so that's like a week and a half from now, everyone's going to be able to get a free tier 10 horse. Dude, that's crazy how they're just giving out free tier 10s these days. And yeah, how long have tier 9s and 10s been out for? Maybe like 4 or 5 years now at this point. And so if you are a new player and you're thinking, which one should I get? The most practical and useful one for your everyday usage is probably the Pegasus, the one that flies. However, if you have like 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3 already, just get the other one. So eventually you want to collect all 3 of them, get the Crocodile Sanctuary and everything. It's like a cool title and everything. It's a stable, and you guys have seen it. But anyway, they're all cool. They all have different uses, and ultimately just get the one you like. But if you want the one that's the most useful for your day-to-day, the Flying Pegasus will probably save you a lot of time in the long run. And then there's also a 14-day trial where you can ride a yellow dragon called Duskwing. This event takes place on the 16th. Cool, I guess. What's 14-day trial? Is this a new mount? Like, are we getting dragons? Can we fly dragons now in the future? Cool, I guess. Login rewards, very cool. Upcoming content schedule. We'll just go down the list. So, as we all have been speculating, the new Deadeye class is coming out as of, I guess, a week and a half from now. When you watched the trailer for this, I thought it was, like, odd. I don't really think it fits into Black Desert theme. But, I mean, like, at this point, who cares? It is, like, 30 classes. I might as well add another one. We'll be playing this through when the new season comes out. Or, I guess, everyone gets a new season token. So, I'll be playing that when it comes out. So, hopefully, you guys look out for that on day 1 on my channel. And, as we all know, Deadeye is a gunslinger class. And, if you ever played, like, Red Dead or any other Western shooter game, then probably like that. So I'm actually kind of curious to see how this is going to play out in terms of like actual PvE and PvP, not just the trailers that we've seen so far. But it's definitely going to be unique how we go from, Landed a Morning Light, Megu and Wusa Dosa to a Deadeye class. It's I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what to expect, but I hope it's fun. A new place called New Victoria, which is a fictional place inspired by Texas in the U.S. Good Lord. Why'd they choose Texas? I know why they chose Texas. Anyway. Revolver as a main hand and Revolver and Shotgun as their main and offhand with a rocket launcher called Little Devil as Awakening. Dude, that's cringe. But, a magic class versus a gun class is like bringing a knife to a gunfight or something, but I hope it's fun, to be honest. Shooting rocket launchers and everything sounds kind of exciting. So if you want to watch the trailer, you can watch it at your own time as well. I've seen it multiple times. In the Calpheon Ball, they played it in multiple languages. So I saw it a few times. All right, so this is actually a change that I kind of skimmed. And I was pretty interested in seeing how this is going to affect newer players a lot. So new player and season server improvements. These will be added in a week and a half from now. Additional 50 to 100 stacks will be given away during the season. You know, like play the season, get rewards. Season server will be given a consistent 1000% XP buff. That's huge for new players to catch up. After graduation, the season player, new players will be given items towards infinite potions and materials for the guaranteed pen boss gear. I think this is actually a really good thing. I understand that all of us, myself included, have been grinding infinite potions for a while, and you know, I understand people were unhappy about that. You know, being sellable on the market, everyone was like, "Oh, these are treasure items." I think it's fine, to be honest. Like, realistically, infinite potions are pretty mandatory once you go up into the end game. So the fact that they're giving them early on, it's fine. And yeah, so stuff for guaranteed pen boss gear, sure. At this point, they've given us free pen black stars, so the fact that you're getting all this stuff is not even a surprise. And before we go on, I want to say that, you know, I've always been supportive of catch-up mechanics in games, and I think it's fine. I understand that people worked hard for their stuff, myself included, but the worst thing that can happen is you have all this gear and everything, but the game is dead, and so all your achievements mean nothing. So I do support catch-up mechanics in video games and all that stuff, so I think this is fine. As long as they're not just giving you straight up everything, you still have to work for it, but like they're speeding up the process, that's fine with me. New players can go pick up 100 Atanus elements and 40 pieces of Aquila's moon, Marnie stones and all this stuff. 3,000 Capra stones, 500 per stone. Okay, cool. So there's this one change that they talked about. You know how Tuvala goes up to pen now? They're going to be making it go up to deck. So like basically past pen. And then after it goes all the way to deck, you could turn it into an untradeable pen black star. If you were to have introduced this like 3 years ago, everyone would be furious. Nowadays, after they gave a pen black star, and Sovereign is more of the meta now, I think this is overall fine, and it just helps people catch up faster. And as a person who has been upgrading Charizard and Sovereign, trust me when I say, even if you aren't there yet, or you're like starting at Charizard and Sovereign, the grind for Cron Stones to upgrade your Charizard and Sovereign is insane. Like, if you think that it's easy, it's not easy. Trust, it's very time consuming. So, let's see. Using the Essence of Ascent to convert Tuvala accessories to make it a Hex enhancement can be upgraded to deck. 100% success with no failures, but requires 90 Essence of Dawn. Those are like maxed out on the NA server, the Essence of Dawn, so they're like 100 mil each, and you need 90, so that's a lot. And so that's like at least 9 bill plus all the materials. Can be exchanged for a Tet Charizard accessory. Yeah, I'm glad they made it Tet and not Pen, because everyone who had Tet Debarekas already get to convert it to Pen, and if you have a Pen Debareka, you can convert it to Nov or tier 9 for Charizard. So I think it's fine at Tet. And Blackstar and Goddard weapons will be made easier to enhance. You guys watch my Blackstar videos? Yeah, that was a struggle. And the stacks you need to guarantee is from 40 to 20. I guess we're going to be making another Pen Blackstar. Welcome to season 2 coming soon. Because I don't know. I think I might have like 4 or 5 2 pity. So like I'm at 4 out of 40 right now, so it'll be like at 4 out of 20 or something when the change happens. So might as well just finish it. We'll probably do season 2 of the Journey to Pen Blackstar again. So yeah, I guess it's time to start saving up materials for that. And then Goddard, everything is reduced in half. Very cool. That's actually a huge change for newer players, is, you know, being able to get a second Pen Blackstar. And did they say if this is like you can convert infinitely, like just keep pumping out Pen Blackstars even if they're not sellable? That's kind of cool. If you can gear up all your alts or boss alts with Pen Blackstars, I think that's a huge thing. Actually, hold on. The deck Tuvala accessory, 2 items were given to all players once per account. That's accessories, but I don't think they mentioned anything for Black Stars. All right, new life skill improvements. The life skill mastery cap will be raised to 3,000. Oh dear God. Dude, I can, if I full buff right now, with everything, I can probably hit like 2,200 mastery. So that means that, you know, they're going to be changing Monos or making something new and going up to deck, and that's going to be insane. So life skillers, you might as well start saving again. But right now, the cap is 2,000, and full buffed, I can probably hit like 2,200, 2,300, and even then, that's kind of rough. Pre-1 accessories have 10 enhancement levels up to deck and do not break if you fail an enhancement. Assuming you use crons, right? Like everything else. Fixed enhancement rate, just like Monos. The accessories also use black gems. Okay, basically there's a new thing that gives more mastery. Very cool. And we'll look at that when it comes out. Monos fishing chair, that's... I'm not sure how I feel. You know the new thing, the Otter, like backpack, that's basically the pay-to-win fishing mastery thing? I wish there was a way to earn something equivalent in-game that you didn't straight up have to pay money for. Maybe in the future, but I hope that they're not going to be adding all these things like cash shop only. The fish guide will be updated. Yeah, they've sort of done something last month where they added a lot of more valuable fish. So basically people are making at minimum like 500 mil a night, and assuming like an 8-hour period. If you're fishing in the right spots, you can look up spreadsheets where to go and everything. But so even some of my guildies and friends are making like 1 bill a night in like a 10-hour period. And that's just insane. This free bills and app for sleeping. That's cool. Sailor auto fishing will be coming up in the Carrack update. Dude, I'm actually excited for sailing simply because I got my Carrack. I made mine like probably 3-4 years ago at this point. And ever since I got my Carrack, I was like, oh, I'm burnt out of sailing and all that stuff. So the fact that there's actually new content for that, I think is a very good thing. And if we can go do ocean stuff again, that's amazing. You can now hire a first mate to join the crew. Comes with an ocean compass ability. So basically, if you have the compass that is already in game that basically teleports people to you, you know how you can see in the desert and the ocean? Now there's like a first mate that also does that. Which, you know, I think that's fine. Whatever. No big deal. But it makes your overall compass one less use. Like, people barely use the compass in general. Like, you do it as a thing like a Uber to you, but you never really use it for yourself, whereas the telescope was more useful. But either way, I think that's a good thing overall. And they do a bunch of different things based on, I assume, whatever ship you have. So, for example, the Volante has 2 sail slots and only 1 cannon, whereas the Valor has 1 sail and 2 cannons. So basically, Volante has always been like this, but Volante is supposed to be faster than the Valor. However, the Valor is supposed to be like more damage output, like the PvP, PvE boat, whereas one is more speed and everything. I have a Valor, so we'll be testing that out in the future. Sea Crystal stat range is too large, so they're going to be cut in half and obtaining to give a better chance of obtaining great stats. If you have the Ebonruth's Knoll, which is a treasure item for sailing, they can be combined with it for double stats, which I think is overall fine. Training for horse training, EXP gain for horses will be faster, thank God. Now people can actually play their game and not just AFK train the horse all the time. So that's also good now that stats improve. I hope that they just straight up, like, this is a good change, but I hope they just buff existing horses. Like, there are people that have spent a lot of money on, you know, trying to get the perfect horse, and they're just like, here, you can buff it now. All right, cool. So for like those people, they have decent horses, and then now it's going to be like the norm. So feels bad for veteran players, but I think it's an overall good change. Quality of life tagging, the feature that will be added if you decide you want to tag your character, share their location, or separate. That's huge. Like, I wish I could keep my tagged character in a different spot. But now it's going to be a thing. And so that's awesome. The one thing that I understand that they didn't want to do is make trading a thing while you're on tagged characters, because that, like, obviously trading like heavy items from one point to another is going to be, you know, kind of an exploit. But I guess that's interesting now to see how it's all going to happen. But you know how, like, if you fish on your main and you're tagged, you can't even trade those items. That's like the thing I want. Be able to turn in like rare fish to the trading, and it's not even a big deal. Like, I wish they would just include that into the game, because it was originally designed. A lot of players wanted an additional character to be added to the tag system, but because of the way it was originally designed, it would take a complete re-overhaul. Yeah, then re-overhaul it. Like, I think the tag system is good, but I think it's, you know, once you tag something, it's very limited. And the real reason is because the gear swap, man, you don't have to gear up twice. So, item copy also used to take 450 Marnie fuel. This is going to be reduced to 45. Oh boy. I have collected my Marnie fuel over the years just because I never really had anything other that I really wanted to play. But so I have literally like maybe 4,000 fuel just from events that they gave us over the years. And that's going to be 45. Cool. I'm going to be tagging more things now and just changing it up. So yeah, overall, I think the character tagging is going to be a good change overall. Item improvements. You can get equipped gear from one character's inventory. So yeah, basically, there's a way you could take things from other characters' inventories now, but it's just not gear. And then now you can take gear off of other characters. So yeah, cool stuff. More guild missions. Workers. You'll be needed. You previously needed to be 40 and up. It's going to be changed. Very cool. PvP updates. Yeah, so when I was watching the ball yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before, they talked about a lot of PvP changes. I think it's like more band-aid fixes and not like long-term. I'm just convinced that Pearl Abyss of Korea doesn't really know how to fix PvP, and at this point, it is what it is. That's why PvP is in the state it is. I'm pretty sure all regions are mad, not just NA and EU, but like I'm pretty sure even in Korea, they're not happy about it. So yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff changing in the future. Guild League is coming back. Arena of Solaire coming back. New season starts. RBF is, for the most part, dead. The way they could fix RBF is give more rewards. And, you know, people are spending 20 minutes in RBF That's like if you were to grind at, you know, mid to high end level, which you kind of need that gear to be doing RBF anyway, you should be making at least like 300 mil per RBF. Maybe like, I don't know, 300 if your team wins, and, you know, 200 or something if your team loses. But like the way RBF is now, there's literally no point to being in there, because one, everyone's playing DR DP evasion, and it's not even really fun. Like, you can't kill anyone. It feels bad. The rewards are trash. At least give people new rewards so they can get the super high end crystals or get more gear for RBF. Guild League, a new league will begin once AOS ends. More stuff, always cool. Yeah, I've only done Guild League for like 1 season. I think we're on like 3 right now or something. To be honest, I don't even keep up with Guild League, but I had fun the few times I've done it. More AOS. Every time they start out a new Arena of Solaire, they add one stupid map that no one likes. And there's always those gimmicks like the buffs you get. I understand no class is balanced and they need buffs to like balance it. But, you know, in arena, gimmicks usually aren't fun. One side will get steamrolled every time. That's how it is. I love AOS. I love gear cap PvP. But, you know, please just stop adding dumb maps. And I don't know, like, it's fun, but there's a lot of work to be done. Node Wars and Conquest, or Sieges as we know them. Gear caps will be changed in all regions. They've been talking about that for months, and it's cool. Hardcore PvP server. So they probably watched World of Warcraft and was like, oh, let's add a new hardcore server, just like World of Warcraft. BDO is not that. It won't be like that. But the way it's supposed to work, from my understanding, is like, basically it's perma Arsha, right? But if you kill another player, they get sent to this like jail area, and then once you're in the jail area, you have to fight your way out of it, and then you can go back to, like, you know, playing as usual. And if you die again, then you go back into jail, fight your way out. So it's not like a one death reset, but it's like it's more PvP oriented. I'm gonna try it out. It's gonna be content. Do I think it's gonna be a long-term thing? No. I think I'll try it out because I think I'm decent enough at the game to be able to know what to do. But I don't know. Like, they probably saw World of Warcraft and then trying it themselves, but it's just not gonna be the same. Exclusive gear and everything. I think it'll be fun to try out. It's going to be January of 2025. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. 4th dungeon, Orzekia. I'm excited. I don't really do these often. I know they're on a weekly reset. One, the rewards aren't really that good, I'll be honest. But yeah, the second thing is that I just don't really have a lot of people that want to do them. Like, I'm like, hey, you want to do dungeons? Everyone's just like, nah, it's not worth it. I'm like, all right, cool. So anyway, I hope this is going to be good. 350 AP requirement. That's insane, actually. But yeah, let's see. Thornwood Knight. So if anyone wants to do it, hop into Discord. We'll start it out, I guess, February of next year when it comes out. And then I'll just get groups together, and then we'll just run through it all together. If people want to do it again weekly, we'll find a group. So... new Dream Horse, a new tier 9 horse called Voltarion will be arriving in January. This horse is like a lightning horse that will do everything. You guys remember the Doom horse on release? When you know how it does the flame stomp, right? Dude, that thing, when like 30 other people or more were doing it in Node Wars, it would literally drop everyone's FPS down to like single digits, no matter how good your computer was. So, if you're an OG player, you know exactly what that feels like. Nowadays, it's like, You don't even need a Doom Horse. You know what you do? You get your Pegasus, you fly it in. Well, that's how it used to be. And then nowadays, you just defend your fort. Like, literally baby mode. You don't even need this. But I still remember OG PvP days. And back in the day. But yeah, new tier 9 horse. Apparently, it's going to be obtained differently. So if you have completed various accomplishments, then it should be fine. Like, you don't go through the standard process of getting a tier 9. So basically, if you've played the game, you probably are going to be getting this relatively early. And if not, if a player obtains all 3 horses, well, this is a new idea that they're planning, combining all 3 tier 10s into one, which I think is actually a good thing, because I actually like the style of all the horses, but realistically, I use my Pegasus 99% of the time, just because overall it's just better than everything else for your day-to-day. Landed a morning light, new content. 3rd monster zone will be added. Okay, listen, before they add this, they have some time. You know how they added Honglim Base and Dokubi Forest? Honglim Base has like 5 rotations. They probably added a few more since then, but like, if you want to make notable spots, especially in the newer areas, you got to have multiple rotations and more spread out areas. If you guys have ever done Honglim Base, all the grind spots are literally within like 5 feet of each other. So yeah, just spread things out a little bit, and then, you know, make people go to spots they wouldn't normally go, and spread them out so there's more rotations everywhere. And I think it would be just overall a good thing. So yeah. New grind spot near the Golden Pig Cave. This will be, unlike existing monster zones, Golden Pig Cave will be more of a personal monster zone. When you talk to the NPC, the monsters spawn only visible to you. I think that's fine. They already have a few things like that. Like, what is it? The thing in the Mountain of Eternal Winter, the bug cave thingy after Marowak's Labyrinth, I believe is what it's called. So like individual instanced areas. And also, you know, they also have Marnie Realm. So I don't know why they're making it such a big deal that it's like, oh, this thing will only spawn towards you, and only you can see it. It's literally Marnie Realm 2.0. But anyway, I'm excited. New grind spot's always nice. Calamity levels 8, 9, and 10 will be added to Black Shrine Solo. Bro, like, some 7s aren't even completable by your average person. Like, there's a difference. People can do, like, Sangoon 7 super easily. And then there's, like, you know, Imugi 7, which is insane difference in difficulty. Basically, everything in the green, you know, like, you know, the green aura, those bosses on the 7 difficulty, minus Sangoon, they're actually very challenging. And if you make one mistake, it's like 7 minutes of progress down. Whereas I think things in, you know, red and, you know, blue bosses, those are like more balanced, but things in the green are very hard, actually. Like, they're not undoable, but like, I think 99% of players just aren't able to do it. Even, you know, if you're moderately okay at the game. So they're basically for 330 AP and 350 for 9 and 10. I am in my 340s right now, so just don't get hit. Unlike other levels, these new harder difficulty only have a fixed number of attempts each week. That's stupid. Why would you add that? Like, people can't even do 7s on a regular, and they're limiting 8s to 10s. That's wild. Material for the new Dream Horse have been added to these new Black Shrine difficulty levels. Oh, good God. Demonland, the upcoming region. They talked about this at the last ball, I believe, and they basically never talked about it again. So there's not really much to know about it, except there's just, you know, in the Black Desert world that we all know now, there's like part 2 coming soon, like new region. So yeah, very interesting. Kind of excited. Developers probably like, oh, we played Elden Ring once. That's what this looks like. Winter costume and event. What in the world? Okay. That looks kind of cool. Yo, if they sold this in real life, like, you know, on the Pearl Abyss store where you can buy all your merch and everything, if you could sell one of these outfits, I'd buy it. Like, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, with that said, those are the recap things that we talked about. I think there was a few more things that they talked about in the ball as well. But overall, I think this is all the notable things. And so, yeah, hopefully, if you didn't check it out, you could just follow their the BDO Twitch, and then you could probably watch the VOD or something. But overall, pretty excited. A lot of new stuff, whether you're a new player or an endgame player. There are a few things I'm a little skeptical about. But overall, I think this is an overall okay-ish Calpheon ball and an announcement. Yeah, overall, reflecting on what happened and like what the changes are, I think this is more tailored towards beginners to people who are in the middle, like, you know, 250 to like 300 and something AP-ish range, and not so much necessarily for endgame. Like, there's new endgame stuff, but I think a majority of it was for like beginners to people who are in the middle of it. But yeah, next week, whenever the new class, new season comes out, I'll be playing through that as usual. So expect that, all of that on the channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything. If you did, drop a quick like on the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you guys come back. And we'll be covering all of this as it happens. And once again, if you want to read all of this from the Black Desert Foundry, I'll leave a link in the description to all this. You can read it yourself and see what you think. So, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Peace.